there, welcome to Open for Business, CEO Style. This is the podcast where we fling open the doors to the world of business, doing it the CEO way. That means we're here for the women who hustle, the dreamers who build, and the leaders who are ready to rewrite the rule book. I'm your host, Toby Ferrel, and I am the owner and CEO of Toby Ferrel and Associates, and I'm here to be your guide, cheerleader, and your business bestie. So grab your coffee, your laptop, or your favorite pair of power sneakers, because in this corner of the internet, we're getting open for business, CEO style. Hello, and welcome to Open for Business, CEO Style, where I empower female entrepreneurs with the insights and strategies they need to thrive. I'm Toby Ferrel, your host and certified entrepreneur and business coach, dedicated to helping women succeed in their business journeys. Today, we're tackling a critical issue: how to navigate inventory shortages and supply chain disruptions caused by the Eastern Seaboard dock strike. Products coming from Europe, Africa, Central and South America will not reach the retailers and service businesses needing these goods in order to stay afloat. The industries most affected by this are automotive sales and service, groceries and restaurants who rely on perishable foods, and retailers who sell clothing, accessories, electronics, and toys. With it being the beginning of fourth quarter, retailers are ramping up for holiday sales. This is when they finish their year strong in sales. These businesses in particular need to be proactive today and take proactive measures now before inventory levels go below customer demand. Today, we'll explore actionable steps, challenges you might face, and of course, the unexpected benefits that can arise from these strategies. Let's dive in. Supply chain disruptions can be daunting, especially when inventory shortages threaten your business operations. But with the right strategies, you can not only survive, but also thrive. Here are some actionable steps for small businesses facing inventory shortages. For the automotive repair business, you want to assess current inventory. Conduct a detailed inventory now to identify critical parts and prioritize their use for essential repairs. You want to compare your inventory audit to your last 4 months or 5 months of sales and make sure that you have enough inventory of those automotive parts that you sell the most of. And if not, I would highly suggest that you try and get those now. Keep them on the shelf. I know nobody wants to pay rent for having inventory. Nobody wants that expense, but this will save you in the future if this strike goes longer than the 4 days it has already. Strengthen local supplier relationships. Reach out to local auto parts suppliers, maybe even salvage yards, depending on what type of repairs you do. Salvage yards could be a great place, because just because the car is damaged doesn't mean that one of the parts is as well, to secure additional inventory. Now, make sure if you are selling salvaged parts, please make sure that you are telling the customer and you have them sign some type of waiver or something. I don't suggest that you do the salvage yard completely. However, in a worst case scenario, you have a client that's begging you to get their car back on the road, discuss the option of going to a salvage yard and finding it for them. And of course, charge them for your time to have to go there and do that. You can also partner with local suppliers in your area like AutoZone and Napa Auto Parts now for your immediate needs to restock your inventory. Promote preventive maintenance. Encourage customers to focus on preventive maintenance now to reduce the need for urgent repairs. Offer discounts on preventive maintenance services and promote them through social media and email campaigns. Now, granted, we all know that when you do preventive maintenance, you take your car in for something for preventive maintenance, the 50,000-mile maintenance, and you drive it, and then next week something breaks. We know that has nothing to do with the maintenance. I know this. I have a mechanic in my family. This is just purely coincidental. It's not that the mechanic is ripping you off or anything like that, as a consumer side, but as an automotive repair shop owner, focus on preventive maintenance to reduce the need for urgent repairs. Because if you can see that they're going to need an oil change now, or their brakes are low, get the brakes in now. Don't wait for them to start squealing, because maybe in a month you won't have brakes to sell that person, and that person will not have brakes. That's the whole idea. Even consider expanding service offerings. Introduce additional services, I don't know, such as car detailing, car washes, minor cosmetic repairs, based on your local zoning and what you can and cannot do in your commercial repair shop. Definitely needs to be considered as well. Train staff and advertise these new services through your website and local community boards. Again, trying different ways. You have to pivot to get customers into your store so that you can maintain your revenue, to keep growing your business, to keep staying in business if you experience a part supply shortage. Moving on to the grocers and restaurants, definitely partner with local farmers, food hubs, and community-supported agricultural programs to source fresh produce and other perishables. I live in a farming area. We have lots of farms here that raise cattle, that raise vegetables, fruits, vegetables, all sorts of things. Check out your local area. Use directories like Farmers Market Coalition and Local Harvest to find local suppliers if you don't live near a farming community. You're going to have to make some menu changes in your restaurant if you discover that you're having an inventory shortage of fresh vegetables and or meats. Simplify your menu to focus on dishes that use readily available ingredients. You know you can get these ingredients here. Don't offer full menu then, because now you're just letting your customer down by telling them that, sorry, we don't have any tomatoes, I can't make pasta sauce, and we don't have any spaghetti. Definitely conduct a menu audit and adjust your offerings based on the ingredients that you can get readily available. Maybe promote prepared meals and meal kits. Develop and market prepared meals or meal kits to offer customers convenience and reduce dependency on specific ingredients. Very similar to adjusting your menu. It's exactly that, but it's another way to promote your business and have additional revenue coming in. You definitely need to keep your customers informed about any changes in your menu or availability through regular updates. Social media is a great place to do this, on your Facebook page, your Instagram page, what have you. Do this in a positive way, saying, you know, here's our new dish based on ingredients that came from this local farm. We're so happy to be able to promote the farm. We're happy to promote our restaurant. Come and try this new dish. Of course, you can and should also tell people that you're out of things. Also, send to your email list. Hopefully you have an email list of your restaurant patrons that you can promote this to as well. Let's focus on retail businesses. Identify and partner with local and domestic suppliers to reduce your reliance on international shipments. Reduce the reliance on imported non-domestic products. Use a platform like ThomasNet, MFG.com, and Makers Row, where you can find domestic-based suppliers for the goods that you sell in your store. There's also a website called Wholesale Central, Fair, that's Faire, Kelly's Gift Shop Suppliers. There's all sorts of resources to find domestic manufacturers and wholesalers to buy goods from, to then resell in your retail store. Consider enhancing your online presence and promote digital sales to maintain revenue stream of those items that you can sell in store. Don't just rely on your local traffic. Getting a website like Shopify, which is a great website. It's an all-in-one platform, e-commerce. That is a great avenue to go as well. In addition to goods to sell for fourth quarter, sell gift cards. On Shopify, you can set up a product as a gift card. It's a gift card that you would sell. And now you're getting those sales in for gifts so that when the strike is over and goods start to flow back into our country and back into your stores, people can then come and spend their gift cards with you. You can also offer pre-orders or back orders for high demand items to manage customer expectations and secure sales. Again, this is also done on a website like Shopify. If you can offer a pre-order of a particular item that you know that you've already purchased for your store, but is sitting on a boat somewhere and it's not coming in just yet, sell it. Sell the pre-order. You know you have a dozen of these, sell a dozen of them now as pre-orders. Then when they come in, you can ship them out or customers can pick them up depending on how you sell them. Prioritize the sale of high margin products to maximize profits. If you know that you could easily get this thing, this widget, and it's a high margin for you, and it has some demand to it, maybe try and buy some more of those and promote that. Make it special. The higher the margin, that will replace some of the lost revenue from the items that are sitting on the boat. Use data analytic tools like Google Analytics to identify and promote high margin items. You can also go out and source them and try a new product in your store. Let's not forget a couple of other important things for all industries. Collaborations. Collaborations with other businesses is huge. You get to collaborate with other local businesses to increase your buying power. So maybe a wholesaler does not sell a dozen of something and you only need a dozen, but if you can collaborate with another business owner and now you can, and other business owners can collaborate, you have a bigger buying power. So now when they're selling 100 units, 4 of you can go and buy 100 units and you split the cost, you split the delivery cost, and now everybody has the product. Instead of saying, I can't afford 100 units, I will never sell 100 units, I just want 12, and now I have nowhere to go. Form a local business coalition to pool resources and negotiate bulk purchases. Talk to your competitors. Let them know, hey, can we collab on maybe buying products from other people? What do you think? I think it's a great idea, but you should try it. There's no but, and you should try it. Shared delivery options. Partner with other businesses to share delivery costs and logistics. This is part of the collaboration. And when you have the bigger buying power, your shipping costs go down because it's now split within all the people that you're collaborating with. You're going to have to think about alternative delivery options. If the company that you're buying from is located in Europe or South and Central America, and instead of shipping by boat, they can ship by air, great. Talk to them, negotiate with them on the shipping price, because if it can come by air, then you won't have a supply issue problem. Also work with local couriers, because once it gets to the airport, Then you're going to rely on local couriers like FedEx, UPS, DHL that will need to deliver your last mile delivery. Establish agreements with local courier companies to ensure timely goods and services. You could also search the web for private delivery companies that will go and pick them up. You will get a better price than some of the larger conglomerates. Now, we have our good set of actionable items that we can take. Let's discuss implementing these new strategies to navigate supply chain disruptions. And they can come with several challenges. Here are some common obstacles that the businesses faced and how they address them. Automotive repair business. Finding reliable local suppliers. Identifying local suppliers who could consistently meet their needs was challenging. It is difficult. How you overcome this is plan ahead. Conduct thorough research now. Build relationships with multiple suppliers to ensure a steady supply of parts. Ask them, where do they get their parts from? Because if you have trouble getting parts from your normal provider and the wholesaler, and you reach out to a new wholesaler, they too are going to have similar issues. Ask the questions. Make sure that local suppliers or even national suppliers, maybe they're in California or Colorado or across country from where you are, make sure you ask them the questions. Are you affected by the Eastern Seaboard dock strike? No? Great, fantastic. Yes, how are you overcoming that? Great, can I get on your list to be a vendor, a customer to buy with you? Customer resistance to new services is also a challenge. Customers were initially hesitant to try new services, like preventive maintenance, for the reasons that I explained before, right? We take our car in, we do our 50,000 mile tune-up. Next week, something breaks, something's not working, my brakes are squealing. Hey, you did my tune-up and this is what happened. Purely coincidental, I know, but this is a common theme amongst consumers. And if you can plan ahead to combat that, to overcome that objection, the better you will be. Offer an introductory discount. Educate customers on the benefits of these services through workshops and informal sessions. Hey, have a meet and greet at your shop after you close. Have them come, offer coffee and donuts. Have them come, meet the mechanics, right? Don't take them on a tour because your insurance won't like that, but in the customer lobby where it's safe and they cannot trip on anything, explain to them why you want a 50,000 mile tune-up. What does it cover? Anybody who comes, offer them a discount. It's a great way to bring business to you. Whether there's a supply shortage or not, I think you should go for it. Groceries and restaurants, the challenges that they faced are sourcing consistent quality produce. So ensuring the quality and consistency of locally sourced produce was a challenge. Depending on the farm that you go to, they might be too small to be able to accommodate you and all the other restaurants and grocery stores that are in the area to buy their products. Excuse me. Establish strong relationships with the local farmers. Conduct regular quality checks. See if you can walk the farm or have the farmer take you on a tour. These are all great suggestions that you can do to overcome the obstacle of ensuring that the quality and consistency is to your standards. Adapting to menu offerings. Customers want their favorite chicken parmesan. They want it. They want their favorite meal when they come to your restaurant, but adjusting to the menu is not favorable upon those types of customers. But create a flexible menu that can be easily adapted based on available ingredients and communicate these changes transparently to customers. I cannot tell you enough. The way to overcome an obstacle, the way to overcome a complaint is to set the expectation, communicate to them in advance. Hi, welcome to Joe's Diner. How many? 4? Great. Well, tonight we're out of tomato sauce, so anything that requires tomato sauce, we will not be able to serve. We are on a limited menu. Please, I hope you enjoy this particular dish here. The chicken piccata is delicious. I would recommend trying it. How you communicate to your customers and what you say to them will help them once they get to the table and they see that their chicken parmesan is not on the menu because you can't get tomatoes, which means you can't make pasta sauce because you're not going to buy pasta sauce from the shelf at the grocery store. That goes against your restaurant policies, right? So how you communicate to them is so important. Be transparent. Don't try and hide it. Don't have the waitress or the waiter come back to the table and says, oh, we sold our last chicken parm. Bull poop. You never had chicken parm because you have no tomatoes. In this example, retail businesses and the issues that they may face is locating US-based suppliers who could provide the necessary inventory is time consuming. You can spend hours upon days researching, trying to find wholesalers that will work with you, especially when you're in a small quantity business, right? Use multiple platforms like Wholesale Central and Fair and attend trade shows if there happen to be any at the time to find reliable suppliers. I use Fair for my gift basket business, and it's great because they allow small quantities that you can purchase, and there's really no extra fees to that, and the shipping is great. Most of everything is in the United States, and I just love Fair, F-A-I-R-E, and you can set up a free account, and they sell anything and everything. Again, going back to suppliers who could provide necessary inventory, collaboration. If you and 3 other retailers that you know all buy red bracelets, right? And the supplier will only sell you 100 as a minimum, all of you together can then go buy the 100, split it out, and now you have your 12 bracelets or your 36 bracelets or whatever quantity that you wanted. Again, managing customer expectations is tremendous in every single business category. Maintain open communication with customers, offering regular updates and alternative product suggestions. Now, problems with alternative delivery options that could arise is higher costs. The reason why shipping on a ship by boat is so popular because it's the most affordable way to bring imported goods into the United States. If you were to fly it over in a cargo plane, the cost goes up. So the challenge is higher costs and logistic complexity. So higher costs because air freight is expensive. If you can find a way to negotiate that, find a way to negotiate that. Work with logistic providers. Find a freight and shipping consultant. They do exist out there. Unfortunately, you will have to pass on the extra freight in your product pricing so that you can maintain your margins. Logistic complexity is managing the logistics of alternative delivery methods. So in investing in logistics management software, hiring experienced staff to handle the complexities. So you have a shipment coming in at this airport, in this state, you have another shipment coming in this airport in this state. How do you get these things to your store in this third state? Those are all logistics that you're going to have to figure out as a retailer, as a parts seller, as food distributor, right? So having software to help you do that, consulting with an expert in shipping logistics is key if you choose the air freight model. Finding local farms and suppliers also has its challenges. So the initial setup is establishing relationships with local farms and suppliers takes time and effort. Just like when you go out networking, it takes time to build that relationship up with the people you're networking, to build that value of know, like, and trust. No different than building the relationship with local farmers. Attend local farmers markets, meet the people that are selling their goods, have conversations, build relationships, because maybe they can harvest their goods enough to sell to you and then have enough to sell at their farmers market. Get in on the action with them by having those good relationships with the local farmers. And you need to find a way to overcome ensuring a consistent supply of products from the local sources. Diversify your supplier base to include multiple farms and suppliers, reducing the risk of further shortages. Because a tomato farmer only has so many tomatoes to sell. But if there are 3 tomato farmers in your area, build relationships with all 3. So now you have 3 tomato farmers that you can get from, and no one has oversold out and now creates a shortage where you cannot get the amount of tomatoes that you need. Challenges with transparency and customer service. Customer service is key, transparency is key, communication is key, and remember, you are never going to please everybody. Impossible! You will never, never please everybody. So if you can manage customer expectations up front, like I discussed earlier, this is where you're going to win. Keeping customers satisfied despite the delays and shortages. Maintain the open and honest communication, providing regular updates and offering alternatives. Listen, if you're looking for a supplier that sells music boxes because you want to sell music boxes for Christmas, put it out there. Send an email out to your list. Put it out on Facebook. Hey, anybody sell music boxes? I'm looking to stock music boxes for my retail store. Get your customers involved in helping you grow your business. Ask them for referrals. Who do you know? You know what? My uncle out in the middle of Oklahoma runs a music box factory. Holy moly, I would have never have known that if I didn't ask, right? You just never know the power of referrals, as you know, in a normal operating world, right? With no dock strike and no supply inventory issues, no financial issues. Referrals are the best form of advertising and the best reward you can get. Tell your customers, hey, looking, that's great. I don't even know where that word came from, but this is how I talk. So you just have to bear with me. Maintain the open and honest communication, providing regular updates and offering alternatives, right? So listen, I can't find the music box, but we do sell these little glass blown animals. They're very cute. Offer an alternative. A gift is a gift. Now, granted, a gift is not a gift. I get that, because you want a gift that somebody can love. But remember, the point of giving a gift is the point of giving the gift, not the actual gift, right? I care enough about you to get you a gift. Happy holidays, happy birthday, happy anniversary, whatever that is. And of course, training staff, because if your staff is not well trained to be able to handle the people at the register or the people walking your store that says, why don't you have music boxes? I'm looking for a music box and you said you have music boxes and you don't have any. How many times a day does your employees hear that? And how many times a day do they say the same thing? And how many times a day does your employee feel like they are a broken record inside of a broken music box? Plenty. And now what happens is your employee says, don't you know about the dock shortage? There is no music boxes. Whoa, step back. All right, not good, right? Not good. Train your employees to be able to manage and handle appropriately the fact that there are no music boxes. You know what? You're right. Unfortunately, our supplier has a shortage of music boxes. And let me take your name and email and phone number. And as soon as they come in, I will call you. Or do you want to buy a gift card? And this way, the gift card is good anytime. And we'll still call you and email you when the music boxes come so that the person that you bought the gift card for can come in and get their music box. We'd be more than happy to offer that service for you, free of charge. Simple, easy. Your employees need to be trained in that high level of customer service. By addressing all of these challenges head on, you will be able to successfully implement these strategies and navigate the supply chain disruptions that you will have. So remember, having a plan ahead of time how you're going to talk to your customers. What are you going to say to your customers? How you're going to get the word out? What does your marketing look like? How is that going to happen? What relationships can you start building now when you don't have a supply chain issue yet that you can go and source out for when it does happen, because we know it will, so that you're prepared. Now, let's talk about the unexpected benefits of implementing these strategies. Good things come from change, right? Bad things happen, we pivot, we change, we implement new, and good things happen, right? We all agree on that? Great. Implementing new strategies to navigate supply chain I always have a hard time with that word. Supply chain disruptions. Say it 3 times with me. Supply chain disruptions. Supply chain disruptions. Supply chain disruptions. Okay, good. I think I got it. We'll see. Not only helped these businesses survive, but also brought several unexpected businesses. For our friends at the automotive repair business, they created an increased customer loyalty by offering preventive maintenance and additional services. These businesses built stronger relationships with their customers. If you have the open house, coffee and donuts when the shop closes or during the middle of the day, I suggest when the shop closes, and they meet your staff and you're doing educational seminars once a month, once a quarter, whatever that is. They built customer loyalty because now they got to meet the mechanic working on their car. That builds your know, like, and trust. Clients appreciate a proactive approach and the added value leading to increased loyalty and repeat business. They're going to be more patient when you tell them that the brakes are out of stock, we're working with a new supplier, they'll be here in 3 weeks or 2 weeks or 3 days or whatever it is. They're going to be patient. You know why? Because you've built that loyalty. You've done things proactively to build that loyalty. You should do that whether or not there is an inventory supply issue anyway. Build the loyalty in your business. They diversified their revenue stream. Introducing new services helped diversify their income, making the business more resilient to future disruptions. Listen, if you only sell one product, one service, you're only going to make so much money because that product or service can only generate so much with the staff that you have. Unless you have made it big and this has gone off the wall, skyrocketed, and now you've hired 100 people to sell the 100 products and the 100 services or whatever that is great. But what happens when that product or service is no longer in high demand? And you have nothing else to sell, nothing else to offer. Plan now. You should always, always think about offering additional services and products, adding to your business so that you have different income generated streams to build your sales, to compensate when one is not in demand and the other is, to compensate when it's a level playing field. You need to always consider having multiple revenue streams. The multiple revenue streams in the automotive industry also attracted new customers. Oh my gosh, so Joe's Garage down the street from my house not only does oil changes and brakes, but now they're doing automotive detailing. I don't have to run my car through the automatic car wash that still won't get the dead bug off my windshield. I'm not saying anything bad about those nice automotive places, the drive-through washer. But now you've got customized hand-washed things, cars, not things, hand-washed cars from Joe's Auto Shop. And you don't have to go down the street. Fantastic, win-win. You got the bug off, the car's clean, and Joe got a sale. You're supporting local. Fantastic. Now, what are some unexpected benefits by implementing these strategies for grocery and restaurants, right? Food-related businesses. They build stronger community ties. By partnering with local farmers and food hubs, strengthen their community, right? When two business owners come together in a community, they build the community. It expands the size of the community. Customers valued the emphasis on local sourcing. They did, and were more likely to support the business knowing it contributed to the local economy. It also enhanced the brand image of these restaurants and grocery stores, offering prepared meals, meal kits, hosting cooking classes, position these businesses as innovative and customer focused. This enhanced their brand image and attracted media attention, further boosting their reputation. You know the show Man's Grocery Game. I don't want to say it because I don't have permission to. Where they have 30 seconds to run through the grocery store and they have to pick up these 5 ingredients. Then they have to come back and make a meal with only those 5 ingredients. You could do something like that if you're experiencing a food shortage. So use the food that's not in shortage and make a meal. Have a class. Have a competition with your customers. Bring them in. I don't know. Have an event. I love events at businesses because it brings people to them. It gets you to another level to meet your customers, for them to meet you. I just love events. Now, unexpected benefits in a retail environment. Definitely improved customer experience. Personal shopping services and workshops provided a more personalized, engaging shopping experience. Customers felt valued and were more likely to return, increasing customer retention. Back to the music box and the lady who was really mad and angry that there were no music boxes for sale, but your associate was trained ahead of time to know to offer, we'll call you, we'll email you when the music boxes come in. Why don't you buy a gift card now to our store and give it as a gift with a note that says this is for a music box there, and we'll let you know, or give us your friend's name and we'll call them and tell them that their music box is ready to pick up, or what have you that looks like. That's personal shopping. That's part of personal shopping. That is creating an experience like no other in a retail store, because we all know nowadays when we walk in, we're barely even greeted. So remember to improve your customer, it improves your customer experience. Collaborating with local businesses and attending trade shows to find domestic suppliers expanded their professional network. Listen, you made friends with the competitor. You want to make friends with the competitor, because if you don't have it, maybe they do, and your customer will appreciate you going the extra mile for calling the other location, which is not yours, and saying, hey, do you have any more red bracelets? Because I'm sold out and I have a customer who needs them. I mean, you just called Mary's Jewelry and you're Toby's Jewelry. Yeah, are you owned the same? No, no, I only own Toby's Jewelry. Mary only owns Mary's Jewelry. But we bought bracelets together because we knew there was a need, because our high school colors are red and gray and everybody wants these red bracelets for the football games. So we collaborated and we bought a massive purchase, because on my own I couldn't buy 100 units, but together we could. So yeah, imagine what that could look like for you and your customer and your business and your community. Imagine, just imagine. Now, trade shows don't always happen. They're not always readily available for when you want to go. I do highly suggest, if you own a retail store, if you own any business, get to at least one trade show. Pick up cards, meet people. You always have to be prepared with vendors, suppliers, wholesalers to get your products from. You always do. Whether there's a supply chain issue or not, you never know when your favorite manufacturer that makes the red bracelets goes out of business for any reason. Now, where are you going to get your red bracelets? Aha, I met this other red bracelet manufacturer at the Atlanta gift show or accessory show or wherever you went. Let me call them up. Let me see if what they're doing. You need to have these resources in your back pocket so that you are prepared when you need to be. It's called planning, because remember, if you don't have a plan to fail. Collaborating with other businesses, I kind of talked a little bit about that just now, but it's a shared knowledge and resource. Collaborating with other businesses led to the sharing of knowledge, resources, and best practices, because you also learn from each other, right? Mary's Jewelry taught Toby's Jewelry how to do something or where to go. Oh, I didn't know you got them there. Oh, okay, great. Oh, my supplier sells them to me for $2. Your supplier sells them for you $1. It's the same thing. Oh my goodness, you have no idea. The collective wisdom helped each business improve its operations and navigate challenges more effectively. And of course, it increases the bargaining power, right? If you are buying more units together, you have a better chance of negotiating your pricing, negotiating your freight, as you pool your resources together to buy a bigger quantity. Now, unexpected benefits to alternative delivery options. Enhanced logistic capabilities. Using alternative delivery methods like air freight or local couriers improve their logistics capabilities. This flexibility allowed them to respond more quickly to future disruptions and customer demands. It also reduced the environmental impact. Some businesses found that using local couriers and regional suppliers reduced the carbon footprint, along with sustainability goals and appealing to environmentally conscious customers. That's in a local source, right? Now, finding local farms and suppliers. The unexpected benefits. We talked a little bit about this in our food related business segment. Some people found higher quality products than they would have from the imported products. Sourcing from local farms often resulted in fresher and higher quality products. Customers noticed the difference, which enhanced their satisfaction and loyalty. So imagine you have a tomato farm in South America and you're getting your tomatoes on a boat. They're getting picked, they get harvested, they get packaged, sorted, packed. They get trucked to the port in South America. They go on a boat, chug, 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 chug. They come into Miami. They sit on the boat. They're waiting to get off the boat. They go onto a truck. They go to a distribution warehouse. The distribution warehouse says, okay, Cheney Brothers or any of these food wholesalers, come get your tomatoes. You order your food from Cheney Brothers or whoever it is, from a food wholesaler. Now Cheney Brothers takes their massive amount of tomatoes and builds your order based on every order they have for tomatoes. And then they're going to come in a refrigerated truck and they're going to deliver your tomatoes. What's the time frame from the day you get your tomatoes to the day they were picked? But they're still fresh. They're still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to promote that badly. No, definitely not. The point I'm trying to make is buying locally from a local farmer. They're picked, they're sorted, they're packed, they're given to you within less than a week, I'm sure. So that was an unexpected benefit, was having local farms deliver you your food, right? Much quicker to go from farm to store. And then they also received valuable customer feedback. Customers were loving the utmost freshness of the food that they purchased, whether at a grocery store or post prep in a meal. Engaging with the customers and being transparent also helped with valuable customer feedback about the challenges that you faced. You shared that. They felt it with you. They were with you. They were supporting you. Remember when the pandemic happened and all the restaurants couldn't serve you? You could only do carry out, and you couldn't even walk in. They had to come to your car with a mask and like, here's your bag, and squeeze it through the window, open this bag. People, restaurateurs, grocers who engaged with their customers ahead of time, who had a loyal fan base, who shared the fact that they were struggling because they couldn't be open for inside dining, or they created outside dining environments eventually once things could reopen. They built a loyalty. People came out in droves and ordered not fast food, but pickup tremendously. It was crazy. Restaurants who did not have that loyalty, unfortunately, closed. So learn something from the pandemic, because this is very similar. It also improved their business operations and better meet the customer needs. These unexpected benefits highlight the resilience and adaptability of small businesses. By implementing innovative strategies and focusing on customer relationships that not only navigated supply chain disruptions, but also emerged stronger and more competitive. By implementing these strategies, you can navigate inventory shortages and supply chain disruptions effectively. Remember, challenges can also bring unexpected benefits that strengthen your business in the long run. Bonus time, bonus time, bonus time. I've created a comprehensive guide for you. This guide is packed with actionable steps, addresses common challenges, and highlights the unexpected benefits to help you navigate through these tough times effectively, all surrounded by inventory shortages, right? We just listened to the fabulous podcast by Fabulous Moi, and now you don't have to worry about taking notes. I've done the work for you. So what's in the guide? What's in the guide is an outline of everything I just discussed in the podcast. It discusses how automotive repair businesses learn how to assess their current inventory, strengthen their local supplier relationships, promote other services. It's how groceries and restaurants discover how to partner with local farmers, optimize their menu and inventory, and promote different products and services as well. Retail businesses, how they can diversify with their suppliers, find different suppliers, promote online gift card sales, if at all, nothing else, and implement and sell pre-orders and back orders to conduct revenue for when the merchandise comes in, and of course, focus on high margin products. We also discuss the challenges that are faced when implementing these new actionable strategies. Because with actionable strategies, with anything we do, we are always going to be faced with a challenge. And if we can proactively plan ahead of time, knowing what that challenge could possibly be, and create an action plan to overcome the challenge, we are that much more successful in overcoming the challenge. So this download also includes the action steps to overcome the common challenges with implementing the actionable items. And then, of course, anytime that you implement anything, not only do you have challenges, but you have unintended positive results. Holy moly, mother of beep. Yes, not only do you have the intended positive changes, but you have unintended positive changes. And you're going to learn about all that with the unexpected benefits that can arise by implementing these changes. Why you need this guide. This guide is designed to provide you with practical, actionable steps that you can implement today and limit your losses tomorrow. Whether you're an automotive repair shop, a grocery store, a restaurant, or a retail business, or any mom and pop, small business, solopreneur owner, this guide has something for you. Plus, it's free. Free, I like free. So to get your copy, simply go to the show notes, click I want my free download, Toby, and there you go. While you do that, you will kindly sign up for my email list. Just know that that's the email disclaimer. When you get your download, you become on my email list. And I would love to have you on my email list. Why? Because I love helping business owners. It is my passion. I love it. I love to see the light bulbs go off. I love to see people grow their businesses. It just brings me immense joy. And I share tips and tricks in my emails. I try to get them out every week. I know I shouldn't say that as a marketing professional as well, but I'm being transparent. I try to get them out every week. And I will not spam you with sales only, because that's not me. Listen, if you buy, you buy, you don't, you don't. I am just happy to help. Don't miss out on this valuable resource. Head on over to the show notes, click, give me my free download, Toby. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in to Open for Business CEO Style. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with your network. And don't forget, subscribe to my show. I would love to have you. And until next time, stay empowered and keep thriving. Thank you. And that's a wrap for another episode of Open for Business CEO Style. We hope you've been inspired, motivated, and ready to conquer the business world. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity, and every dream is a business waiting to happen. If you love this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode packed with business brilliance. And while you're at it, give us a like, a share, and leave a comment. Your support means the world to me. Join my community of CEOs on Facebook, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep hustling, keep shining, and remember, you got this, girlfriend.